Okie dokie. Now we've got all three, and I'm pretty sure it's working correctly now. Okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Outriders video, and today I'm doing my take on a Techmonger set with Tools of Destruction. Now, it's really no surprise that Techmonger is a very popular set in the game, right next to Flame Leopard for Technomancers. I feel like the old Borealis meta is overweight now. Well, not over, but I think I found something for it. But this here Techmonger set, I'm gonna be using like I said, I'm gonna be using Tools of Destruction. I'm gonna be using the rocket launchers. So as far as the set goes for the build, nothing really changes other than a few mods. So I really kept everything that goes around cryo turrets, because cryo turrets is the main source of our damage. So everything pretty much remains the same. I did keep the light turrets extra range and be able to shoot projectiles instead of just a little miss. I do kind of prefer the extra range and AoE that it can put out while shooting. On top of that, I changed another mod. I don't remember what it was, but I changed the bottom mod for Tools of Destruction. Now, if these were apocalypse pieces, these would be so much better, so much better. But alas, they are not, and I just gotta work what I got with for now. And the only apocalypse piece I got for the armor are the boots. So I chose to have 3 extra rockets, and on the boots I chose to have Demolition Man to have the rockets deal extra damage, because in our skill tree. Also, don't forget the reduce cooldown reduction, because Tool of Destruction for whatever reason has an extremely gruesomely long cooldown, and I don't know why this wasn't changed when Eruption got changed, because Eruption used to have a disgustingly long cooldown, and no one really wants to work with that. Like, it's kind of annoying to work with. So I chose to go with Radical Therapy to get the extra damage against toxic afflicted enemies, and I have, where is it? I have Freezing Boost to do extra damage to frozen enemies. So what's gonna happen is with these turrets, let's go over to the skill tree so I can show you or better elaborate on it. So with the skill tree, I started in the middle tree and I went for the Exposing Toxin and Exposing Frost, and I had it improve the vulnerable, or at least a little debuff on it. So what happens is that when enemies are inflicted with vulnerable, they are taking extra damage. Now that extra damage isn't definitive in the game, it doesn't tell you from the base, but when it comes down here it says 40% more extra damage, or it's going to be 40% more effective, which means they're going to be taking more damage, and vulnerable is going to be lasting a little longer. So I chose to have that for the frost and the toxic, so that the toxic and the at least the vulnerable statuses being applied do stack. And if it was changed after Wordslayer, please let me know, but so I can go ahead and change this, and I'll just only be using freeze. But I do know for a fact that prior to Wordslayer that the Exposing Toxin and Exposing Frost with the its extra nodes for vulnerability would stack up to 80% on top of whatever the base nodes were. So now they'd be taking extra damage from the turrets, and then on top of that I just come down into the middle tree and start picking up anomaly nodes. And I took instead of this anomaly node, I took the cooldown just to shorten it by a bit. But I start taking anomaly nodes, resistance pierce, that you're gonna have to take regardless. And I came over here to have decrease elites damage towards me and my teammates, and I put anomaly fueled, and I finished in the bottom tree, so that when I activate my rockets I can go ahead and start shooting them right away, and I have that extra anomaly power. And then on top of it, so I don't have to worry about my cryo. Oh, I don't have to worry about my turret's damage, because the set bonus says on the Techmonger set that when you activate turret skills, it increases their base damage by 10% for 10 seconds, right? So you don't have to worry about your turret's damage, and you don't have to worry about your rocket damage. And so what will happen is that when you come down here to the packs tree, so you begin extra skill leech every time anytime you lose health, and it becomes it multiplies. And then I went down here with override so I can get the extra anomaly power, which is about 28%. And I would say that if you can get the mods I have on the armor now, you can switch out anything you want. If you can get anything related to tools of destruction, I would immediately switch out the mods I put there for the originals, or even like things that increase your damage against bosses and elites like Captain Hunter. And you don't necessarily have to use rockets like I do, but you can switch over to the minigun. But personally, I don't want the minigun because it kind of goes against it's kind of counterintuitive, because you keep the minigun out and you don't want to have infinite minigun ammo. Sorry, kind of pause there for a second. But that's not what you want, because with the minigun, with this setup, is the fact that you will be using these turrets non-stop. These turrets will, if you go all the way down into the Lead Seeker set, Lead Seeker, not set, tree, Lead Seeker top tree, the Overseer, it'll not only grant you 30% more ammo, but it'll also increase your damage. So, I mean, you can keep it out, but me personally, I don't like having a minigun out, because it just kind of feels like you're kind of stuck in place. You could kind of just throw it away, and you can just alternate between the two however you please, because you're going to be getting that ammo back regardless. And then as far as ascension points, I'm only ascension 31, and so I just decided to go ahead and fill out the top tree for anomaly. Go all the way in on anomaly points, go all the way in on a resistance pierce and status power. And the only way I could see this ever being better is that you could add on to your anomaly bonus. But I chose status power so that my freeze and toxins will last longer and deal more damage, and my vulnerability will have better effectiveness and last longer on a target instead of being hit. Other than that, that's about it really. Thank you guys for coming to watch the video, but I'm gonna switch over to gameplay. Also, if you guys do happen to like the video, feel free to leave a subscription. Thank you very much for supporting me on these last couple videos. They are doing exponentially better than I expected them to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna leave some gameplay plan in the back of a expedition. Peace.
Damn it.
recognize that people
More of them.
like build crafting in these types of games, so yeah. Just thank you guys for bottom of my heart for making these videos.
Matches our blueprints for the plant. The elevator should lead to the heart of the facility.
I like it just for the fact that it's just non-stop things below me, which is why I put together this build for as a sort of pseudo debug piece.
Whatever that thing is.
Honestly,
that's
don't even serious.
found those energy spikes? The insurgents had a functioning power cell down here.
What did you do with it?
It's disabled.
Tried that out with
I'll see if
Thomas.
Zahidi can't take a look at it.
Nevo style.
And I found a pod down here.
You saved some lives today, Outrider.
Outrider detected.
I would expect nothing less from you.
Granted.
Whereas a Techmonger doesn't really need to play around
Oh, crap.
aspect of in fact, yeah, that'll be my next video because I'm kind of just